Everyone to stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed to the new Options Trading Live channel, link is below. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord, along with our free options trading group on Facebook. Sorry I wasn't able to go live today, but I did want to fill you in with my positions, kind of also see where we're heading next week. Next week is going to be an important week with on Wednesday, we potentially have the signing of the phase one deal. And why I say potentially is because yet it hasn't happened yet. They don't have to sign it. I'm not trying to put some negative thoughts in your mind or whatever, but let's keep it real. They haven't signed the deal yet. It's supposed to be signed on Wednesday, but like I said, you never know. So I didn't do a whole lot of trades today. Kind of show you how I did today. Only day trade I did today was Boeing. I'll walk through my other trades here in a second. So Boeing, I did a day trade. I was playing that 330 support again. I bought the 330 call for 715. I did buy it for 14 days out though, just in case we were to hit some flatness on Boeing, in case they wanted to kill premiums on Friday. So it did look like they were trying to do that for a little while on Boeing today, but luckily we were able to get out of our position way before then. So I did sell it for 785. It was a slow mover. I didn't want to hold. I didn't get a lot of money out of that. I mean, it was a 40-minute trade, 35-minute trade, and I just sucked out $70 out of that position. And the reason why I didn't want to hold it over the weekend, I didn't know it was going to happen. I'm definitely glad that I did sell that position, because I put that position on at 11:08 today. So I bought it on this candle here, and I sold it at 11:45. So I sold it up in here. So we got out, looks like right at the right time, because if we're looking at that 330 call for January 24th, yeah, it closed at like $7. I sold it for 785. It did have a push up to It did have a push up to 814. I sold it for 785. So I mean, we pretty much caught that. I mean, I bought it at 715, which is right here, and then I sold it up in here at 785. The highs went, so caught it pretty close. That was a close one, because it definitely Boeing dropped, and then it actually came down to 635, and it would have been negative in that trade. So glad that I made it out alive on that. Now, I am bag holding right now BBBY. I did play them for earnings. I played some defense. If you guys look at my video from yesterday, I went through the tactics on that. I turned my Iron Condor into a strangle, and right now I have the 13.5 put and the 15 call and the 19.5 call. The reason why I still have this 19.5 call is because it was worthless. So it was part of the Iron Condor, so I just didn't get rid of it. No reason to, really. And it did come up in value a little bit today, 4 cents. So we're just going to hang on and see what happens with BBBY. And it looks like, not sure what's happening with it, but it looks like it wants to bounce. So it bounced at 1330 yesterday. Now it's at 1450. So like I said, I do have the 15 calls going into next week, so I have 3 of them. So if it does pop back up to like 16 or 17, we'll be in the clear. Where we're not in the clear is if it stays the same. I'll lose about 180 on this, but I think it's worth the risk to find out if it's going to be coming back down here to the 12s or going back up to like 16 or 17 area. So we're going to ride that one out now that we're a little bit invested into that. And then for my trade for going into next week, down a little bit on the position, I am trading /ZS. And if you don't know what /ZS, it's the soybean futures. And the reason why I'm trading the soybean futures is, let me pull this up here. I was looking at Alibaba, I was looking at soybean futures and some of the other futures that are going to get impacted. A couple of years ago, soybean futures were above 1,000. They did hit almost 1,100, and then they tanked here on the trade war, and they've been down here ever since. China pretty much cut their soybeans by their orders by 50%, and in the phase one deal, it's expected for them to purchase $40 billion worth of soybeans and other goods. So that will boost the price of soybeans if China's buying more. So my thoughts, we're kind of at the top of the range here. So I bought the 880 put and the 1,000 call, but I did buy it for 42 days out. So we do have a lot of time on these. So if we're looking at these, so this is kind of where it looks like right now. I wasn't expecting, I'm down 20 bucks on that position right now, pretty much because it stayed flat. But I was really surprised at the volatility today. This is my first time actually trading soybean futures. I've traded other futures products. I've never traded soybean futures, but I mean, this came down to 9.35, ripped back up. There was some volatility here today. I mean, mostly flat. When I put the position on, I put that position on at 9:10 a.m. So I bought it at, try to see here. So I bought it right in here, which I thought was pretty good. I was playing off of mainly what I'm looking at the 1 year. Right down here was pretty much hugging 940. So I'm thinking maybe it will come back down if maybe the deal doesn't go through. It'll come back down. We'll have that protection in place for the 880. And if it does go through, we might be going up here. We do have 42 days on this, so I'm not like in a real rush. I wanted to give myself enough time. I wanted to kind of take it easy, not trying to rush any trades, not looking for any quick money here. But that's what I'm looking at right now on the soybeans for it to kind of hit up there. I don't know what made it drop. Went from 9.45 down to 9.35 within 15 minutes and then back up to 9.45. So there was a little bit of volatility today, but mostly end of the day flat. I mean, up a couple bucks today, but we'll see how soybeans go. I feel good about this trade. It didn't cost a lot of money. Only cost about 200 bucks or so. And it has the potential to make quite a big gain if we can come either closer to 1,000, like 980, 990, or back down to 900, 890 area would be ideal for me. And we do have 42 days, so we'll see how it goes. Keep you updated. If you guys like the content in the video, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. And if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. Let me know if you made money today. Comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. Have a good weekend. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.